Hello, everybody. This is Paul from Off Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. This is May the 6th, 2024, and we do have an emergency alert this morning, folks. We're going to go ahead and get this out as fast as possible. Russian paratroopers have engaged regular French and German soldiers in Chavez Yar. Signal sent for the deployment of NATO forces. Folks, this news is just coming in just a few minutes ago. NATO forces have been deployed, regular NATO forces in Ukraine. These are not mercenaries. These are not French Foreign Legions. As far as I know, fierce fighting rages with the French and the Germans in Ukraine. We told you this was going to happen at least a year ago. We made a lot of videos that told you that NATO were going to send their forces into Ukraine. This has begun right now, officially or unofficially. We are at World War III. I mean, nothing has been declared, but Russia has repeatedly warned NATO and warned the United States that if you cross our red lines, if you send regular NATO troops into Ukraine, then that is their red line and NATO bases will be attacked. Russian paratroopers informed the Russian Supreme Military Command late last night that during the fighting in Chavez Yar, they were involved with and killed 7 French Foreign Legion soldiers and an unspecified number of Germans. Russian casualties are not reported. The paratroopers and the Spetsnaz forces, who had penetrated deep into the Ukrainian defensive fortifications by reaching the Seversky Donetsk-Donbass Canal, were very clear. This is what they said. NATO forces have gathered in the area. They are not mercenaries and they are not regular NATO army. So, no, they are regular NATO army. I'm sorry. Let me read this one more time. NATO forces have gathered in the area. They are not mercenaries. They are regular NATO army. This is one of the 2 reasons why Putin this morning has ordered the Southern Military District to prepare the use of tactical nuclear weapons, folks. Folks, we told you this was going to happen. Putin warned. Russia has been warning us that if you insert regular NATO soldiers into Ukraine, this was what was going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen, folks, but we are getting closer every day to some kind of nuclear confrontation. This is one of the 2 reasons why Putin this morning ordered the Southern Military District to prepare for the use of tactical nuclear weapons. Let's keep on going down on this article. Like I said, this information has just come in the last couple minutes. I'm going to get it out as fast as possible. He said what the Russian paratroopers reported. According to the Russian paratroopers, French and German soldiers were spotted near Chavez Yar in the wooded area on the southern approaches to the city. These are not mercenaries who came to Ukraine to earn money, and at first threat, they flee their positions. The first clashes with them showed that they are very well trained and disciplined. We are sure that they are professional military personnel of NATO countries. Yesterday, the French Foreign Legion suffered its first losses. 7 of its soldiers were killed along with an unknown number of Germans. Russian military sources say that they had intercepted communications about the arrival of NATO forces in Ukraine a month ago. This is the information about the arrival of the forces of the French Foreign Legion that was first broadcast in the country by War News 24/7. This force, which had been deployed in Slaviansk, was hurriedly moved to Chavez Yar, where the situation for the Ukrainian army is getting worse every day. Note that the area is now relentlessly bombarded by Russian artillery. Troops from the French Foreign Legion's 3rd Infantry Regiment deployed to Ukraine. On April 11th, War News 24/7 had revealed that military personnel from the 3rd Infantry Regiment of the French Foreign Legion were deployed to Ukraine at the headquarters of the 54th Separate Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. According to preliminary data, these are 100 French Foreign Legion soldiers who are specialists in the artillery reconnaissance, as well as a group of engineers whose specialty is the fortification and the construction of field fortifications. The Russian military correspondent Yuri Koltinov confirmed this information. According to him, the French soldiers were placed at the disposal of the 7th Mechanized Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and not the 54th. In March 2024, it was revealed that the French military was preparing around 1,500 troops for deployment of Ukraine. To Ukraine. So this news is just coming in. Emmanuel Macron from France has been hinting that he is trying to get a coalition up of soldiers to deploy to Ukraine. Evidently, it looks like this has happened. Let me check another news source real quick for you folks to see if they have any information on this. Here is a flash news. Russia warns British ambassador Russia may strike British forces anywhere. This is just coming in. Both the French and the British ambassadors to Russia were summoned to the Russian Foreign Ministry this morning. When they came out, they were pale and nothing to say to the press. Intel sources reveal what the British were told. A strong protest was expressed to the British ambassador in connection with the country's foreign minister, David Cameron's statement about Kiev's right to strike Russia with British weapons. The Russian foreign ministry said the ambassadors were warned that the Russian response to Ukrainian strikes using British weapons on Russian territory could be any British military facility and equipment on the territory of Ukraine and beyond, the Russian Foreign Ministry has said. So, folks, we're almost there. We're almost to the point of no return here. This information, along with the Emmanuel Macron stating that he wants to put at least 1,500 French soldiers into Ukraine, that has already started. The big $61 billion aid package we just gave Ukraine, all the attack on missiles, it is heading to one conclusion, folks. We are going to war with Russia. In fact, we're already at war, but it has not officially been declared equation. But this is the breaking news. This is an emergency alert. Russian paratroopers now are reporting that they are fighting regular French and German troops right now in Shavish Yard. Heavy fighting. And we'll try to get you more information later, but I wanted to get this special report out right now, folks. If you don't know Jesus Christ, don't wait another minute, folks. Time is growing short. We keep telling you, folks, time is growing short. All this is going to blow up. We have the Middle East war now going on with Israel, Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran. Anthony Blinken just made a trip to China a few weeks ago, threatening the Chinese. Everything is falling into place for the biblical war they call World War III, and then probably a couple years after that, Armageddon. So, folks, please share this video out. This is very, very important video, and it's showing you how close things are about to happen. And if Ukraine and Nato take out the cursed bridge, if that happens in the next 4 days, then this thing is going to totally explode, and Putin could go ahead and push the button on some kind of nuclear attack on NATO forces. So, folks, things are getting really, really serious in the world. So God bless you. Remember, Jesus Christ loves you. He's coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. Bye-bye.